I'm thrilled to be starting our first ever Make a Change showcase. If you don't know me yet, I'm Barbara Bilinga. I'm the founder and the executive director of She Can. First, I just want to extend a really big hug and congratulations to each of our 5 scholars who completed the Make a Change projects that you're going to hear about. They're going to join us in a few minutes. It's really awesome. 150 people signed up for this call. So we have this amazing community of She Can people, and many of them came together to make this program possible. So I want to thank our scholars mentors, as well as several of our volunteer corps Power to Fly volunteers who advise the scholars on the projects and also helped us just put together this little event. And big thanks to our corporate sponsor, FIS, that you're going to hear more about soon. For those of you who are new to She Can, let me share some She Can basics. We work to build female leadership in post-conflict nations. That includes Rwanda, Liberia, and Guatemala. Our scholars are primarily from families that couldn't provide them the opportunities that they would need to reach their full potential. And you're going to hear about some of their backgrounds soon. So what we do is we provide them with a team of mentors who guide them in winning a college scholarship and then helping them get what they need to thrive in college and lead awesome internships and do projects like this. Importantly, She Can and our mentors give them the support they need to go home and be a leader. So essentially, we're helping them move from the bottom of the socioeconomic pyramid or lower socioeconomic levels into decision-making positions where they can lend their female voice and be heard. Let me just explain this project or this program called Make a Change. We launched it earlier this year as a pilot. It was designed to give scholars hands-on real experience developing leadership and entrepreneurial skills so they can make a positive impact at home. And through the program, 5 scholars who you'll meet all had a chance to go home last summer and execute a project of their choice that they designed. FIS Ventures provided all the funds for the project, and a special shout out to all of the FIS team members who are here joining us today. Scholars were also encouraged to get additional fundraising. And so 2 of them received funding from the Davis for Peace Grant, and they'll talk about that. So now I'm going to turn it over to Erica Wah to share some housekeeping information before we hear from our scholars.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Barb. So great to be here with all of you. It's just wonderful. I'm Erica Wah. I just joined the She Can staff in June as the community building manager. And I've so loved getting to know our 5 Make a Change scholars over the summer, and I know you will too. For today's webinar, just so everybody knows, we are recording this session. As audience members, you can listen, but you won't be able to talk during the program. So please share your feedback and questions by message using the chat feature on the lower bar. We will try to respond to your questions in the chat. Also, if you can go to the chat right now, we'd love for you to type in your name, where you're from, where you're joining us from today as well. This event is being viewed from all over the world. We'd love to see who's here. If you're having any tech issues and need help, you can send a private chat to me. You will see a link to a 1-page document about Make a Change in the chat room just a little bit later. I'm just trying to get that set up for you. And if the link doesn't work, we will email it to you. We'll also be sharing some other links throughout. So that will be a fun way to track some of the conversations that are happening. Now, I'd like to turn this back over to Barb, who will be co-hosting our program today with a very special guest. Our scholars are going to take turns with the co-hosts, answering questions about their projects. We'll also have a fun little video introduction for each of them, which we filmed over the summer during our Make a Change check-ins. Now, get ready to be inspired.
Thanks, Erica. Okay, one more thing before we get going. I get to introduce my co-host, Sarah Geringer, SVP with FIS Impact Ventures, and she's also a She Can mentor to an amazing Liberian scholar. Importantly, she helped us secure $20,000 for this first round of projects, and we're really grateful, Sarah.
Thanks, Barb. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here today with all of you and talk with the Make a Change scholars. Before we get going, I have a really good story about how Impact Ventures got to be SheCan's first partner on Make a Change. So when Barb introduced SheCan to the Impact Ventures leadership, Michelle Ohanwadi, who is my amazing scholar, shared with the team how at the age of 17, she brought fresh, safe water to her village in Liberia. And in order to do that, she had to gain the support of the village elders. She had to go door to door to raise funds, source the building material for the water pump, and finally rally her whole community to actually build the village's first water pump. And that water pump now serves 500 plus people. So in the meeting, she also shared that her goal was to build another water pump. And this inspired the president of FIS Impact Ventures to donate the $20,000 as the seed money for the Make a Change program. So really it was due to Michelle and her leadership, right, Barb?
Exactly. And also you for initiating that call where we got to meet your leadership. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, I've told that story a lot. It was almost like a seminal moment when that call happened. Are we ready to start the meeting with the scholars? I think so. Hope Mabazi is going to start. So Hope, why don't you come on screen?
Barb, we
Yep.
do have a video to play that
Oh,
shows everybody's projects.
okay. Hope. Okay, Hope, will you introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Sarah and Barb, for having me. I'm Hope from Balazi, as Barb mentioned. I'm currently a senior at Lafayette College.
We lost Hope. Hope, start again. I think something happened.
Oh, yes, I excuse myself for the Wi-Fi problems. But as I was saying, I'm Hope Balazi. I'm not sure if you caught that. I'm a senior at Lafayette College. And yes, I grew up in a family of 10 kids, roughly 1.5 hours away from Kigali, in Rwanda. So currently I'm a Shikan scholar. I hope that is a little introduction about myself.
Sarah, you're going to ask the first question?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hope, I'm happy to meet you here and hear more about A Hand of Sabuka and this impactful project of yours. So we'd like to ask you a few questions. So I'm going to start. So you organized and ran a 3-day summer camp to teach kids transitioning from the streets valuable coding skills, as well as a new way to earn a living. So what was this all about?
Yes, so first of all, I would like to just give like a brief introduction of what A Hand of Simbuka is. I started A Hand of Simbuka while I was applying to become a Shikan scholar. And through A Hand of Simbuka, that's where I designed a 3-day summer camp because of the Make a Change program. So the camp's main goal was to equip homeless kids with coding skills and cultivation skills, mainly because coding skills is just something that we all need, especially where the world is going now because it's going digital. And mushrooms because Rwanda depends on agriculture heavily. So I wanted to also give them the opportunity to earn some maybe consistent income they could use to sustain themselves, as well as them transitioning from streets. So that is a little bit about the camp, but it was an amazing camp. The volunteers got to learn a lot of things from the kids as well. We danced. It was just a beautiful moment. I'm not sure if they could probably share a video. Somebody could probably help us share the video of how the kids were happy to see us, and the volunteers got to learn from them as well.
Great. Let's share the video now. Dine.
the last day, that's when I actually get to speak to them like as a Hand of Simca representative. And it was beautiful to see because I've already made friends with all of them. And every single minute I was just being grateful. It was just an amazing moment. Yes, I hope that provided a little introduction of exactly what the 3-day camp was about. Yes, but if anybody is interested in seeing our videos dancing as well, Dine will drop a link to our Instagram reel. It was such a beautiful moment. Sarah, yes.
I hope that sounds like an incredible experience for them. What was it like for you to be there?
Well, thank you for that question, because in the moment, as I said, I was just feeling grateful. But one thing that sparked my interest in the moment was I used to go to something on Saturdays when I was young, and I saw 2 friends also in the camp doing the same thing as we used to do, which was sharing food. So in that moment, that's when I realized, oh my God, I cannot believe I'm back to my community doing exactly what also helps me to elevate. So I wanted to do that in the moment, especially bringing coding skills to them. So it was just beautiful.
Oh, that's so awesome. Okay, Hope, tell us, you started that project, even before you came to the US as part of your She Can application, Hand of Sambuca.
Yes. Yes.
What are your plans for the future for the project? Is it going to continue to grow?
Most definitely, I do plan to grow a Hand of Simbuca, because since 2018, I never intended it would be here in the moment. I never seen this coming, especially that now we've used 5 times bigger than the budgets we used to use before. And this was our 10th event. So, and it has grown tremendously, especially that we've gained more than 100 participants, more than 100 volunteers who are actively wanting these events to keep on happening. So I want this to become an NGO in roughly 2 years. We're during the process of applying for the paperwork. So I do see this being in my life for as long as I can. So yes.
Thank you so much for sharing, Hope. So can we invite
Absolutely.
Thierry to join us?
Thanks, Hope.
Thanks, Hope.
Of course, Barb. Bye, Sarah.
Bye-bye. Thierry, are you there?
Hi.
Excellent.
Yes, I'm here.
Hello.
Hi, hello everyone. Thank you so much everyone for being here. My name is Thierry and I am currently a junior at Gettysburg College, double majoring in mathematical economic and international and global studies. I grew up in a small province southern of Cambodia, about 5-hour drive from the capital city of Cambodia. I am the eldest of the 4 siblings, and I am also the first one in the family to go to college. Nice to meet you all.
That's fantastic. So, so it sounds like you spent a lot of time in Cambodia, and you really made an impression on the kids in these classes that you organized. So what was involved in delivering this project to 60 kids in a classroom? 60 kids all at once is a lot of kids. So that's impressive.
Before you answer, Thierry, let's show the video. Let's just jump ahead of Sarah's question. Here we go.
This summer, I implemented a project in Madamong Province, Cambodia, and I offer a intensive 1 month training to about 60 students on computer literacy skills. The last day that I was there, they were asking me, can you stay longer? Seriously, can you stay longer? And after I said I couldn't stay longer, they were like, is there any way we can continue this? Because I really love this class.
That's terrific. So Thierry, yeah, tell us about working with those 60 kids in one classroom.
Oh yes, thank you so much for your question. So I actually, with this 60 students, I separate classes into 6 different classes with different group with certain age range of students from 10-year-olds to 15-year-olds. But yeah, I was just wanting to with the Make the Change project and another grant that I got, I was able to raise enough funding to buy and provide about 10 computers to a local organization in Battambang province. And at the same time, implement this project with the organization called Youth for Peace Cambodia. So with the office in Battambang province, I was able to recruit these 60 students from local elementary school and high school. These students were involved with me for the whole 2 months of my program. And in order to achieve my objective, the goal of my computer literacy training, I first need to create a curriculum. And in order to do that, I do a focus group research with local students to understand their motivations and their need in learning the computer tools, like the computer skills. And after that, I implement the project. I oversee everything, including the trainings and including 1 week of digital research, like students do individual digital research, focusing on Khmer Rouge to study about our history, but also like having conversation about peace building with each other. So like it was really empowering and inspiring for the whole summer.
Wow, Thierry, that's amazing. I'm interested, what was your motivation for doing this exact project?
Thank you so much for the question. Yeah, so this is this project inspired by my personal story. When I was in high school, I was never introduced to digital tool like computers or internet connection, something like that. So when I was finishing high school and go to higher education, I didn't know anything about computer. So that's why I thought it's very important for like students to understand these tools before going to higher education. So I just want this for the other students to be, inspired, or even maybe if they have an early introduction, they might even have like an inspiration to continue in computer science or other like digital high skill. So yeah, I really love my project. There's a lot of difficulty in implementing, like there's a lot of challenge along the way, but it's also like a really impactful and also meaningful experience for me during the summer. I love every moment of it, and especially the kids. They're really sweet and they're just really inspiring.
Oh, Thierry, that's so awesome. I love that your personal story inspired you to make a change, to do something different for your country. I love that. I love that. Okay, thanks, Thierry. Let's hear from Moon. And Moon is joining us from the UK, where she's on a study abroad semester.
Hi, Bob. Hi, Sarah. Hi, everyone. My name is Moon Som. I am so excited to be here with all of you. And I would like to give a little bit about my background. So I was born and raised in Battambang province of Cambodia, which is around 7 to 8 hour drive from Phnom Penh, capital city of Cambodia. And I am a middle child among 6 siblings in my family. And both of my parents are rice farmers. And I am a junior double majoring in political science and critical identity study at Beloit College, Wisconsin. And currently I am studying abroad in the UK at University of Bristol.
Awesome. Okay, let's see a little video about Moon's project.
The impact of this project is more than what I expected, because we expected only like 150 students to attend the 3 workshops, but in reality, we get like 194 students to attend the 3 workshops combined, and we have 21 students who sign up for ongoing mentorship.
Wow, Moon, such important work. So you ran workshops all over Cambodia. So can you tell us a little bit about what they were about and what problem were you trying to solve?
Thank you, Sarah, for the question. So my projects focus on empowering women in higher education. This project inspired by my own story. And when I was in grade 9, my mom wanted me to get married because that is what everyone does when they reach 16 or 17 years old in my community, including my mom. And I grew up in a community like most of my female friends dropping out of school, getting married, and have children and stay at home, take care of those kids. So it's become like normal transition to everyone, but I just like don't want that kind of life. And then I want to get, higher education and travel the world. So it was so hard for me to be the first person in my family and in my community to go to university. Like I have no one to ask about like what to prepare and what should I do if I am like from low income family and I want to get higher education and or study in a foreign country. So when I heard about like Make a Change program, I am so motivated to run a Earn Empower Women in Higher Education project, just to inspire and motivate young women to get higher education and maybe ready for university life despite financial constraints. So maybe one of them gonna be future She Can Scholar, hopefully.
I hope so. I kind of think that's going to happen. I think you started a chain reaction, Moon. Tell me, I know this was hard. What do you think made it successful? But maybe I should say, how did you make it successful?
Sure, thank you, Bob, for the question. So my project was a pilot project and to be a role model project for those young girls who are like looking for help regarding higher education. So my project divided into 3 important elements. First, I ran a one-day workshop in 3 different provinces across Cambodia. And this workshop was to inspire young women to get higher education, showing them the role model, like who have the same background, and they got access to higher education and they can transform their life. And those women who come from like, low income family and now they have like a good careers in the society. So this means that I invited successful women in terms of education and life as a guest speakers to help them understand why higher education is such a really important, especially for young women in rural area, and how to access higher education through scholarship like She Can and the others. And second part of my project is to provide mentorship program. So I match 21 high school students with college students to learn more about college and help them find like scholarship inside and outside of Cambodia. And last but not least on my project, I bought like supply for study material like pencil, notebook, and those leadership books to put in library of each high school I visited. And before I left, I encouraged those participants to share what they have learned from my workshop with fellow students and whoever need those inspiring message for their life, and hope it is going to be a sustainable journey for everyone. Thank you.
Wow, Moon, so impressive. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, let's invite Siang up. Thanks, Moon. Hi, Siang. Oh, I think you're muted.
I got it. Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. My name is Xiang. I'm a senior at Bucknell University, and I major in global management. There are 5 members in my family. My dad is a security guard. My mom stays at home, and I have 2 brothers.
Awesome. Let's see a little video about Siang's project.
The school is very well known in the past because it's unique in terms of it's created based on the trash that we collected, for example, water bottle or beer bottle. I help the students on the mountain in Cambodia to access internet and computer. They really like the class, which makes me really happy, and they really enjoy the sessions. I want those students to have a space where they can go beside their home to spend time, to learn, to read, and to see what's possible in the world.
That's terrific. So Siang, I know that you're in Korea right now, right? You're on a semester abroad after your summer in Cambodia with the Make a Change project. That's super exciting. So can you tell us more about the project for this coconut school? And it's up in a mountain pass, right?
Yes. So I've received 2 grants, one from SheCan and one from the Davis Project for Peace. So with those 2 grants, I built a library for the coconut school on Kirira Mountain, bought 8 computers and trained 24 students in basic computer skills. So why coconut school, you may ask? It's a school that is free for students on the mountain, and it's made out of recycled materials such as bottles and car tires. And I worked very closely with the school principal. And during my time there, I also worked very closely with my older brother and friend. So it was almost like a family trip to go to the school for 3 days and train the students.
Okay. When we did a little practice run, we talked about that there's more to your project than what you're telling us. So what else did you do? Tell all.
Yes. So it was a little challenging for the project because my time I had only 2 weeks to go to Cambodia. So the challenge was that the school principal wife with his kid was due, and the time challenge has pushed the project timeline further and further, and I only had a week left. But at the end, the baby finally came out, and then we were able to execute the project.
No, Siang, tell us about the library that you built.
Oh, so the 2 weeks, the 2 months before I went to Cambodia, we arranged the library construction. So the majority of the funds went to the library construction, and Diane, if you were able to bring up the pictures. So on the left, it's a typical school. So this classroom specifically is made out of car tire, and the new library that is built has a proper walls and shelves for the students. So it's a very comfortable space for them to study that protects them from the wind and rain.
So this funding that you got built this building on the right, the library. And
Yes,
you helped, you directed the building of that from afar before you arrived to implement the computers and the training. That's amazing. I think what's amazing is that you didn't tell us about the library in the beginning.
Yes, it's a very cool space, and I was really happy to see the students really enjoy the space, and they come to the library during their school break, class break. So it was really fun to do that.
Awesome. Okay, how do you think this is going to impact your role as a leader in Cambodia?
So yeah, so this project started, I must say, because I really love libraries, and because home was not a very comfortable place for me to study. So I really wanted the student to have that space. And when the opportunity came, I applied for 2 grants and I received it and I built it. So it was really impactful for me. And one of the grants is called Project for Peace. So it made me think about peace and how I define it. So I think that to me, peace is not leaving anyone behind, and I'm gonna stay by that motto for my personal life in Korea.
Terrific. Well, thank you so much for sharing, Siang. So why don't we invite Sochia up to join us now to tell us about her project. You know what, I'm actually amazed. This is the last scholar, and I can't believe all of these fabulous projects. So anyway, Sochia, hello.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be with you all today. My name is Suchia. I'm currently a sophomore at Beloit College. I'm originated from Siem Reap province where the Angkor Temple is located. So I have 4 members in my family. My dad is a clothes seller and my mom is a government worker who works at the Ministry of Labor and Vocational Training. I am the only daughter in my family who is able to pursue higher education. I was so influenced by my amazing mom. Even though she does not get a college education, she does something amazing throughout her life. She trained factory workers about labor law. I'm really motivated by her leadership and aspiration of empowering workers from being exploitation. So that's why I'm really grateful to be here in the US getting an education and changing Cambodia in the future. Thank you.
Wow, thanks for sharing that, Sochia. I know it was impactful to me when I met her. She's amazing. Okay, let's watch a little video about Sochia.
Clean water is really important for people, and especially children in my community. My project has made a lot of impact for the community. People, the well that I dig right now provide clean water to 741 students. The chickens that I distributed to 10 women farmers also provide additional income.
So Sochia, just like my scholar, Michelle, you see the importance of clean drinking water to the livelihood of women and children where you grew up, right? But you are a US college student now. So I'm curious, how did you figure out how to get clean water to 741 school children in rural Cambodia?
So thank you for the question, Sarah. Well, in May, I returned to Cambodia and led a project called Women, Water, and Sustainable Livelihood. My project led to improve access to clean water and increase food security for the women farmers in rural Cambodia. So the reasons that motivated me to build this water pump well was that I myself used to drink waters from unclean sources when I was young. So experiencing this situation, I was passionate to advocate for clean water in my community. So I reached out to a school principal of Salandai Primary School since I was in the US through the network of my friends who is a primary teacher there. And then I used the funding I got from the FIS to hire construction workers to dig a water pump well in school because the school lacked access to clean water, which makes school children rely heavily on the waters from the lake and the nearby neighborhood. So with this new water pump well, the kids are able to wash their hands every day and for their hygiene and for their health. So I was so excited. I was so excited to see the joy on the kids' faces once the water pump well was built.
Awesome. I love hearing about that, but I know there was more to your project. You also helped 10 women develop the skills to get an additional source of income by training them to raise organic chickens. Tell us about that and how it was linked to the pump and the well.
Yes, Bob, I did my poultry farming in the same community where I built the water pump well. So the motivation that made me implement this project is because most of the women in that community are factory workers and farmers who lack both financial resources and skill to start their own farming. The whole community itself lack access to clean water, which made the poultry farming fail. The death rate of the chicken is higher. So that's why I organize intensive training on how to raise an organic chickens, make their own chicken food, and provide regular vaccine, which are really helpful to maintain higher output and reduce the chicken death rate. And then I provided 10 small chick and chicken food for the 10 families I trained. With those resources and access to clean water, they are able to start their own farming and the chicken grow better than what they have expected. And the additional income they get from raising the chicken does not only help support their family, but also they are able to send their kids to school. You know, what a woman farmer told me. She said her family has the ambition to expand the poultry farming if they got more income from selling the chicken. So the knowledge that they got from the training will continue to spread to their friends, their relatives, and other women in the community. And the whole community itself benefits from the project.
Wow, that's amazing, Sochia. Thank you so much. I'm struck. You all have shown us you're already leaders making an impact. So congratulations on all your projects. Will all the scholars join us again on screen, please? I'm going to share them. Fantastic.
Okay. Yay, you guys were awesome. So impressive. Sarah, what do you think? Let's recap, okay?
Yeah, I mean, amazing. I am struck by the creativity of these young women. I can't believe sort of the diversity of all of these projects. It's phenomenal. And, you know, this Make a Change program is giving these young women a chance to practice what they are going to do when they finish college and the She Can program. They're going to go back to their countries, take on a leadership role in the field that, you know, of their choice, and make a change in their country. So this is terrific. It's great practice.
You know, I'm struck also by the fact that everyone was motivated by their life before they came to the US. And we focus on women from families that, you know, aren't, you know, don't have a lot of, can't offer a lot of opportunities, because we believe that they experience many of the problems that they can go home and change. And so that's exactly what happened here. And it's really impressive that that you all were able to take your growing up experience and turn it into a project for good that FIS was able to fund. So let's recap. You ready, Sarah? I'm going to talk first. Hope, she helped kids get on a new path with new skills and a new source of income. That's so amazing. And Thierry, you had all these students who just wanted more classes and more classes and more time on computers and more learning experiences. I think you set them off on a path to learning.
Yes, and Sochia's water pump has impacted a whole school and a broader community, 741 scholars, plus the women who now have access to clean water for their chickens for extra income. Moon traveled all over Cambodia and had more interest than expected, almost 200 young women who would not have had traditionally, you know, they would not have traditionally sought out higher education. And now they have the resources and the connections to do so. And finally, Siong's library and computer resources are going to impact those kids at the Coconut School for years to come. So I just wanted to say FIS is so proud to have been a part of this. And we can't wait to support more Make a Change projects in the future. And I would like to challenge anyone here on this call to take it to your company. Take She Can to your company. Ask them to join us in supporting more She Can scholars to make a change for next summer.
Yep. I mean, $20,000 turned into all of this. I think that this huge impact is amazing. And it got the scholars home, which allowed them to make connections and feel more connected at home. And Sarah, I want to give you a hug for setting this up and making it happen. It was really amazing for being, you know, the inspiration for that. As Sarah said, we're up for more next year. We want to include many more She Can scholars and maybe even make it a mandatory program in the near future. But we need more funders. So please let us know if you have a connection. Just reach out to me. Okay, we have a closing video. But before I close with the video, I have to tell everybody the most important information, which is that our gala is coming up on November 5th. We're back in the War Memorial. It's always the best party in the Bay, with many of our scholars on stage in the Herbst Theater, and a rock and dance party with lots of global dinner tastings and world-class wine that's donated. So if you go to our website under events, you can learn more about that. And with that, I want to do a closing. We're going to show a closing video. Thank you, Siang, Moon, Sochia, Thierry, and Hope.
I feel that I'm almost want to cry because students get me and said they also want to be like me in the futures when they grow up. And then they also want to receive education in the US and coming back and develop Cambodia like me in the futures.
One of the kids told me that she wants to continue studying. I just hope that this computer will show her what's possible in the future, what's possible in Phnom Penh, what's possible outside of Cambodia even. So I hope that those information on the internet helps her in a way.
It is really important as a woman, but we also can, contribute to development, contribute to any important thing that happening in the world as well.
They were looking to come to the class every day, and that was just like fill my heart. It was the most beautiful things.
This touched my heart. They were like, oh, we're gonna look into coding more, we're gonna look into computer science more. I'm gonna buy mushrooms now. I will have my little mushroom garden.
Okay. Well, that was the show. I just learned that we had some questions in the chat. If anyone wants to hang in there and
Hi, Barb. Hi, everyone. I was trying to get Barb's attention before we did the closing video, but we do have a couple of questions in the chat, and we have a little bit of more time. So if the scholars can stay on, let's just see if I can pull them up for you. They were scrolling by me quickly. So there's a question for Thierry from Linda. What did you learn at Gettysburg that helped you develop your program? Do you have a moment to share that, Thierry? Are you still here?
Yes,
there you are.
Totally. What did I learn at Gettysburg? I think this is what I learned in the process of being in a college in general, of why do I need a computer knowledge and why do I need to know how to use digital tools nowadays, because the world is moving toward digital technology. And yeah, I just felt like what I learned in school, it's basically research skill that I adopt in class. It was also the skill that I need to like organization skills, a skill to use software that is needed in the college career, and also even work life in general. So what I learned at Gettysburg, what I think most college students can speak to, basically research skill, and also other organization time management skills. What in addition, I also from Gettysburg, I got a lot of support from my peers, my professor and staff member, that I was able to develop and develop this proposal and also this project based on my peers at Gettysburg, their input and their insight.
Perfect, Thierry. Thank you. Is there another question, Erica?
Yeah, I thought there was another one in there and I'm not seeing it. So if there's somebody who had a question that I didn't see, just throw it back in the chat and we can.
I've got that question. Cheyenne Cheyenne had asked, and I think this was for CA, or maybe she asked, how do you develop the curriculum for teaching computer skills? Maybe it was you, Thierry.
Yes, so it was mostly based on personal experience because the kids have never experienced learning computer before. So I used the first lesson that I had that I still remember using Mario typing and the basic skill that they need. Also, my older brother is a software engineer, so he knows a lot of basic things that kids need to learn as well. So with him, we develop a curriculum and then teach the students.
Any more questions?
Yeah, there's one more from Sandra. Sandra says, Hope mentioned that she's setting up an NGO to continue the work of her project. Are any of the other scholars intending to build on their projects in the future? Great question.
well, I know that many of these projects are going to live on. The two that have built computers are going to, the students are going to continue. Siang, are you going to continue going back to the Coconut School and helping?
Yes, so I developed or planned this project with sustainability in mind. So those computers will be available for the next students who are in the first grade who have not learned the English alphabets yet. And it's also available to the community on the Coconut Mountain. And I would see myself going back home and check in with this project moving on.
Anyone else have plans?
Terry, you had some ideas. Do you want to share any of
Yes.
them?
Totally, yeah. So my project, when I developed this project, I was built with sustainability in mind. So with the organization that I partner with, they have staff member that's going to continue this program every summer or every month. It's also based on the volunteer basis from students that I train this summer. So I also train like a group of students, and then they were able to use my developed curriculum to continue this program and continue developing it years to come. And the computer is going to be at the organizations years to come as well.
Okay, Moon, are you going to encourage the students in your class to apply to She Can?
Yes, absolutely. I also encourage them to, I think a few of them have already contacted me, like to help them on application. So hopefully this year they can apply.
Well, I hope so too. I'd love to, they're exactly the type of young women we want in our program. Okay, any other questions from the audience? Sarah,
Yeah,
you
I'm just looking, is it, do you two have any more questions? I'm not seeing anything else come in, so, oh, wait, there's one more. From Eleanor, what is the plan for next summer? How much funding is available? That's for Barb.
That's for me. Such a good question, Eleanor. Thank you. We are talking with a couple of companies right now who are interested in funding it, but we don't have solid funding. So just as Sarah and I said, if you think your company might be interested, it's a really good opportunity for employee engagement, to get your employees involved, to publish this in social media, the impact that you're helping everyone make. So we need some more companies for next summer. Thank you for asking, Eleanor. Yeah. Okay,
I think that's it.
Yep. We have a document that we'll email to all of you that you can send to your company or show them that gives you the benefits of the program. And so once again, I think we lost hope, but I think you all knocked it out of the park with your projects and with this showcase. And Erica, thank you for such a great job. And Sarah, again, you're the best for getting all the funding together and helping us move this project along. It's wonderful. Okay, everybody, have a good day.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.